So today I'm going to be doing a full face of first impressions. It's like 95% of first impressions because, you know, I didn't have exactly a full face to do, but I hope you guys really enjoy this look. I try to make it prom appropriate because it is prom season. So if you needed some type of inspiration, I got your back here in this tutorial. So I hope you guys all enjoy, and let's get started. I'm going to start off with a primer I've been wanting for so long, and I'm so happy that I got it during Ulta's 21 Days of Beauty. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer, which is a primer and moisturizer. I know that this will make my skin feel so hydrated, and I'm so excited to finally use it. 1.5 pumps might be enough because I already have moisturizer on my skin. And honestly, I don't expect this to blur my pores at all. I just expect it to give my skin instant hydration, and oh yeah, it did. It's definitely one of those like thinner moisturizers type feel. Sunk into the skin very quickly. There is a little bit of tackiness on the skin, but so far, so good. There isn't a new foundation that I have because I'm honestly hoarding foundations. Let's count. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 foundations in my collection, and that is too many. So I'm just going to use a foundation you guys probably haven't seen me use in a while, which is the Too Faced Peach Perfect Foundation. I have the shade Golden Beige. If you are unfamiliar with this foundation, it is one of my personal favorites. You guys don't actually see me use this one a lot because I really wear it on days where I want to feel bougie, because it's more of an expensive foundation. It's a Too Faced foundation. It smells great and it looks so good on the skin. Normally, you guys know that when I want my long wearing foundation, I'll just go in with my NYX or Catrice drugstore foundations. So whenever I want to feel good and feel expensive, then I'll go in with Too Faced. It's a precision blending sponge for rare unicorns. Listen, my boyfriend touched this and he thought it was really hard. It says it's limited edition, so cool. Let's be honest, I have never used makeup from Claire's, but this feels like it would be sold at Claire's. I'm just saying, like, it just feels really hard. Definitely soaks up the foundation, and it's not the best, but it's working. It works, and that's all that matters. I can't get over the fact on how hard it is. This definitely takes the cake for hardest sponge I've ever used. And honestly, we all have different preferences. I am more of a marshmallow sponge girl, so if you do like harder sponges, maybe you might like this. It just personally, I prefer my marshmallow sponges. I have never gotten a request to review a concealer this many times. I finally got the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. I ended up getting 2 shades because I couldn't really tell which one I was. I watched a lot of reviews, and the one that I found helpful was by Samage. Now, I got medium beige and tan sand. Now, when she swatched it, it seemed like tan sand was a little lighter, this is tan sand, than the medium shade. And that looks very true, even me looking in the monitor. So it looks like tan sand has more of a yellow undertone than this one right here. So I think that's what I'm going to use today because that's what I like. That's what I go for. So just gonna go ahead. I don't think this is gonna give me much of a brightening effect because it is a tan color, but we'll see once we blend it out. I'm gonna go ahead and blend this out with my ShopMissA sponge. Coverage is pretty good. I'm really liking it. My under eye seems to be really covered, but when I bring it down to the sides of my nose, I feel like it's having a hard time covering that area, so I might have to go in with more concealer, which is a bummer, to really cover it, because typically when I do concealer, I go under my eyes and then I drag it onto my nose, and usually that does the trick, but it doesn't seem to want to stick there, so it's fine. We'll just go in with just a little bit more concealer just for additional coverage. Also, there isn't much of like a highlighted effect. I'm just one solid color, one shade of yellow, which is good, but I like to highlight the high points of my face to give my face a little bit more dimension. So then we're gonna go into medium beige, and we're gonna see if, yeah, that's a different undertone. Yeah, that's not gonna give me brightness. So what I'm gonna do to just put some brightness under my eyes, I'm gonna go in with a new shade from the Catrice liquid camo line, and they recently just launched new shades. I don't know if you guys saw the campaign picture on Catrice's Instagram, but they reposted me, and I'm just gonna use their new shade Hazelnut Beige to just highlight that area. And I know it's kind of hard to see on camera because the light's just reflecting off of it, but trust that it's a little bit brighter. Oh, Camo Concealer, the formula is really nice. It is a medium thickness, so it's not as thick as like pot concealers, but it's definitely not as liquidy as the Catrice concealer. The formula to me is very, it's not similar because I don't like it. It reminds me of the Makeup Revolution concealer, the consistency of it, but I feel like it blends into the skin better. I feel like it makes my skin look less cakey, and overall I prefer this one over Makeup Revolution. And as far as a Shape Tape dupe, I would have to use this concealer a little bit more side by side with Shape Tape, all of that stuff. But so far I'm really liking it. So now we can actually move on into powder. I'm so excited about this powder because once I saw that this was going to be sold at Ulta in their 21 Days of Beauty, I almost flipped out because this has been on my bucket list of makeup to try. It is the Beauty Bakerie Flower Powder. Now I obviously got the shade yellow because I love the fact that there is a sifter in here. I did not know that about this product, but I'm actually so happy. I'm going to take off the little sticker. Okay, I'm noticing that the e.l.f. concealer creases kind of like the ColourPop concealer. Almost does that immediately, so I'm just gonna try and set as quickly as I can. Wow. Whoa, whoa, I need to do a zoom in shot. Whoa. My cheek, I suffer from a lot of pores on my cheeks right here. Oh my god. It like blurred out, hello? It blurred out my skin. I don't even know if you could really tell. And the primer that I used, you guys know, it wasn't pore minimizing at all, but that's amazing. I love that for us. This is great. Wow, definitely worth the hype and definitely worth the wait and definitely worth the sale. Oh wow, I should have bought two, but man, I think I want to stay a little dewy, not too matte, but this looks absolutely amazing on the skin. I hope it doesn't give me flashback because this is so beautiful. Wow, don't you love it when you just get your brows done and then you fill them in for the first time? It's like ease of application. Literally took me like 2 seconds to do. I love that. I got free brows. I got my brows waxed for free because it's almost my birthday. I'm living for like these free birthday things. I'm just like, so good. So good. Oh my god. I got these palettes. 2 palettes. And I don't like them. Oh my gosh, look at this one. So this one is by the Creme shop. Both of the palettes are by the Creme shop. And this is their So Shady palettes. And this is called All Day Every Day. Let me tell you which ones are matte. These 2 down here are mattes. And then this one. But the rest are shimmers. So then they have like this like little peach palette. That's a peach. So Shady, the Nudist. What? There's only three mattes. This one, and then the black. Everything. Why does this all look the same? That's my question. What the heck? I don't know. I guess I was expecting something a little different. Maybe I was expecting colors to match the palette. I mean, I guess they do if I hold them side to side. But these are really cool toned, like cool tone to the maxi pad. But listen here, I will make it work because you know me, that's what I like to do here on my channel, make it work. So I also have more palettes by the Creme Shop. I have 2 additional palettes. Hello. So this is another eyeshadow palette. I thought it was actually like a face palette. I thought it was like bronzer, blush, and highlight. But these are eyeshadows, so these ones are more of my tone. So I will be using that today. And then they also have a blush palette, so you guys can kind of see. We'll see, like we'll mix around and stuff. So I will start with the So Shady palette, the Heartbreaker palette. And I think I want to start with the pink up here. I do want to do more like a purpley eye because I want this to kind of be like a purple prom inspired look. And it's not going to be a replication of how I did my makeup for my junior year prom, which was like a full-blown purple smoky eye. But I do want to have some variations to prom makeup here. And I know this is the first impressions, but we're making it work. Okay, that's the motto here. We're making it work. We're going to start in this palette. We're going to take the white cream shade. And we are going to pat this all over the eyelid. You guys know I use this step because it creates a smooth base for all of the other powders to blend on top of. Some people love blending on a wet base. Personally, for me, can't stand it. I don't like it. That's like putting on a wet sock, and it just doesn't work out in my favor. So I'm just going to do what works for me, and that is setting the eyelid first. Here we go in with this pinkish purple color, and we are going to go ahead and apply this onto the eyes. Right now I'm actually just tapping it on. I'm not blending it out yet because I want to just make this a base for everything. And then I'm going to take a blending brush, Furless ME3, and blend out the edges. This is a great blending brush if you've never used it. It's amazing. I got it in an Ipsy bag. Love that. I'm debating if I want to get back into Ipsy. I was not impressed for the past like 5 months that I was on it. I just felt like I was getting some weird things that I wasn't using, like eyeshadows that were literally the size of like my fingertip. And I just felt like I wasn't getting any use out of it, so I just canceled my subscription. So this eyeshadow looks pigmented on camera, I can tell you that, but in person it is so lightweight that it's patching on the outer corner a little bit, which is why I keep going back and forth just so that it could stick on. And maybe I should have had a wet base, but even yet it should have still stuck on because I didn't fully set, like I didn't bake my eyelid. I just had a light layer of powder, and usually that will do the shadows justice, but it's fine. We'll deepen it up with a different color, hopefully from another palette, to help redefine that crease. So far looking pretty snazzy. So in this palette it works a lot with like those dusty purpley mauve shades, so I might go in with a shimmer in my crease. That sounds really unappealing to me personally, but we are gonna do it because I genuinely think it'll work out. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and deepen up my crease with maybe this shade right here. This is the same blending brush that we used to pack on that initial color, and we are going to use this in the outer corner and work it into the crease as well. This shade is really pigmented, which is nice, very nice, and it's not blending like very smoky. I mean, it kind of is, but it's more looking like, Jasmine, you're gonna have to do a cut crease, which I mean, it's fine because you guys know me, I love my cut creases. We'll take a smaller brush. So I think I'm gonna use a smaller blending brush like this, taking that shade and focusing this in the outer corner here. So I'm taking my Furless brush and blending out my outer corner because for some weird reason it's getting a little weird. Maybe I'll actually take a clean blending brush and try and blend it out. I'm not sure, but so far it's the color scheme is looking really good. I'm actually liking it. So we are just gonna keep going with the flow and making this work. And a good note is that it doesn't look like a shimmer in my crease at all, and that's perfect. That's honestly what I was hoping would happen, because you know, shimmers in the crease is pretty unflattering, but if you blend it out with a big blending brush that's pretty dense, then you most likely won't get any of that shimmer. I've really been eyeing this shade right here. Do you see how it glistens? So beautiful. I'm gonna use her with my finger and pat it on. It's not like the creamiest eyeshadow, you know, but it does pick up on the finger and it does translate onto the eyes. This is not going to be a cut crease. This is literally me just slapping on a shimmer on my eye and calling it a day. There is a lot of back and forth in the pan as well, if you guys need that information. We're going to stick with the finger and we're going to use the light pink here. And yes, I am using the finger that I have the purple on because I don't mind if these shades mix into one another. I want it to be like, I don't know, kind of like effortless, editorial, like thrown on, but still put together. I went to go eat. I took an eating break because my camera died, as per usual. So now I'm drinking my peppermint tea. So usually through eating, I usually get really bad smile lines. One, it could be the foundation that just didn't crease. But also I did drag a little bit of concealer there as well. And it doesn't seem to be creasing all that much. My under eyes, they'll always crease. I know some people were trying to come for me about that the other day on Catrice's post, like saying how my under eyes are creasy under, you know, and just, you know what? It's fine. It just does that naturally. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish off the eye look and I'm going to make the lower lash line pretty dang dramatic. So in order to do that, I'm actually going to line with a red eyeliner. And I am going to drag this a little further down than my waterline. So what I'm going to do here is put on my waterline and then drag it down like that so you could see a visible line. And this is the Marc Jacobs Fine Wine Pencil. So now we're going to be using this shade right here and just smoke out that lower lash line with the Sigma E32. So you want to look up and blend. And I'm also going to connect the shadows as well because why not? It's fun. I think it gives a look a little bit more of a different monochromatic feel because we are all working with like that cherry tone, not quite purple, not quite pink, and it kind of just gives it a different vibe overall. So we're gonna go into eyeliner now because why delay this step? This is my favorite step to the eye look process. Now this one is also by the Creme shop. It's their Get in Line eyeliner. It tells me to shake this well, so I will. And on the package it says that this is a felt tip eyeliner, and you guys know I don't really like felt tips, but it's fine. We'll make this one work. The tip on this eyeliner is not really flexible. It just feels like it is the tip and it has pores that will dispense the product. That sounds disgusting, but it just doesn't feel like my Physicians Formula Eye Booster pen. That's pretty much what I have a set standard for with all of my eyeliners. And that could be a pro and con to some people, because now you really get precision. If it's not flexible, you can really draw, if you are into that, on your skin or anything like that. You will get your line, but you have to be very precise on your own. And I feel like if the tip is a little bit more flexible, it's kind of more beginner friendly. There isn't a new mascara that I'm trying out right now, so I'm going to go in with my Sigma Sinuosity mascara. You guys haven't really seen me use this in a while, which is why I'm picking it up today to use it. And I'm just going to go ahead and coat my lashes. This makes it look very pretty, like my lashes look very nice, very combed out, lengthened. Not so much, you know, added volume, but it gives it a little something to work with, which is really nice, and I can understand why it's a bestseller. For lashes, I have a whole bunch of Lilly lashes to choose from. Excited. So I think, okay, let's just, I don't know which ones are in here. So I just randomly chose the pair Mink Hollywood. These look very dramatic. I also have her lash glue, so we will use that today as well. Do you guys remember that one time when I had Layla's by Lilly Lashes and I wore them literally like 5 times, and I only used them in tutorials when I felt like I was bougie, and all of a sudden when I went to take off the lash glue, the lash ripped in half, and that was a $30 eyelash. Do you guys remember that time? I remember it like it was yesterday, because that was a really sad time in my life, and I got very depressed. Wow, I didn't even glue that on. I like Lilly lashes because unlike other brands, the lash band is already like conformed to my eye shape, which is very rare. It's a very rare characteristic in an eyelash. And oh my god, okay, wow. I'm gonna go ahead, glue these on with the Lilly Lashes glue, and I will be right back. I am feeling some type of way with this. Oh my god. I gotta go somewhere today. Today was gonna be my study day, but no, I gotta go somewhere today. Like, this is important. I know this is gross, but listen, I'm human too. This is a clean brush, but it already has residual bronzer on here. So I'm gonna use the residual bronzer and then use the same brush for, you know, my bronzing. But I just want to make sure that when I apply bronzer that, you know, I'm not over applying with whatever is already on this brush that I only used one time prior. So I'm just going to take this along my hairline like this. So I'm going to go in with my Hoola bronzer because I want a little bit more warmth. I see that the bronzer that was already on here has more of red tones, and I really want to tone that down a little bit. Also, do you ever feel like Hoola, when it gets old, it starts getting really patchy and hard to blend? Because that's how I feel. And also, you want to take that bronzer on the side of the nose. I actually like this brush for my nose because it's just already so thin, and whatever is left on this, I just run it along my jawline. I know I have that Creme Shop blush palette that I mentioned earlier, but I feel like I've used so much of their stuff already, so I actually do have a new blush. This one's by e.l.f. It's their baked blush in Peachy Cheeky, which is such a cute name. I'm gonna rub my brush on here, and I know that some of their baked products, they do have a tough outer shell, so I'm gonna try and really rub this product and then apply it. Why does that look like a highlight? That's nice, but that's not really what I was expecting. Now, I have been wanting this highlighter for so long. I told my boyfriend, babe, can you buy me this for Christmas? He forgot to buy it for me, so I bought it for my birthday. This is the e.l.f. and That's Heart highlighter. This is in Coffee and Cream. This is what it looks like. So I'm going to start off in like the more bronzy shade. And I am going to go ahead and highlight my skin with this. Wow. Very soft. I've never used this before. Very soft. And I love that. I didn't really know what to expect, honestly. I'm going to take the lighter shade, smile, and hit right where the light hits. Wow, it leaves the skin looking really nice. I know highlight emphasizes a lot of texture, but this one doesn't, which is nice. Okay, I'm really liking that. So for the lips, I have an e.l.f. lipstick. I got this as a free gift with purchase. This is their Beautifully Bare Satin Lipstick in Touch of Nude. I'm gonna just go in with this one because it's the only lip that I have. I'm actually just gonna go in with no lip liner just because I want to see what this looks like on its own. This is definitely a mauve nude. Like, it has a lot of cool tones in it, so it does go with the look. It does, you know, tie everything together, but I feel like as far as the depth of this, I feel like we can go a little bit more dark. I'm going to take a Jordana lip liner. This is in CocoLoco, and this is a pretty dark lip liner, so I'm just going to use it as like regular lipstick. Mix it around and get it a little darker. Alright everyone, that wraps up this look. I hope you guys all enjoy. Now what I did for my hair was I already had it in a bun. My bangs actually couldn't fit in the bun, so I kind of just like massaged it out. And then I shifted my bangs to the side, just finger combed it. I took off some of my like baby hairs off to the side here on this ear, and that's pretty much it. So just in case you're kind of like, oh, I don't know what to do with my hair for today or like prom, you can always just do like a low bun. It always looks good. So I hope you guys really like this look, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye. Peace out, Girl Scouts.